phase 2 of the elections that's taking place in Jammu and Kashmir. It was a stellar voter turnout in phase 1, 61% voting. This is the BJP, which is now making an appeal. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is appealing for a record vote turnout in phase 2. Prime Minister posted on X, "You need to vote to strengthen democracy." He also congratulated the first-time voters. This is an appeal being made by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. He congratulated the first-time voters who are voting for the first time in Jammu and Kashmir, and also made an appeal. He's asking voters to come out in large numbers and to vote to strengthen the democracy. He's also said that phase 2 should also see a stellar turnout. My colleague Mir Farid is now joining me. Mir, we are seeing how the BJP has been pushing very hard to make sure that they do become a force in Jammu and Kashmir. But if we speak to the people, and that's what a lot of you have been doing, you've been on the ground, Mir, at the moment it does not seem like this will be a very easy election, even though the top guns, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah, all of them have been making sure that they keep on going to the Jammu and Kashmir to make sure they are in rallies, they are appealing to the people. But it seems like this will not be very easy for Jammu, for the Bharatiya Janata Party this time around.
Yes, Aishwarya. In fact, the BJP leaders, top brass, is trying to put their best foot forward to ensure that they manage to campaign for their leaders, important leaders in Jammu. Now, BJP has spent a lot of hopes as far as Jammu is concerned. It is traditionally a very strong base. PDP, it did well in the Lok Sabha as well, winning both the seats from Jammu. So obviously they want to translate that into assembly elections. Won't be easy because issues, as we have always been saying, are different when it comes to assembly. You have local governance issues, you have local politics that really is more important in these elections, and that is why we've seen that be it Amit Shah or PM Modi, in their rallies they have tried to really touch local issues and also at the same time target the regional parties, especially the National Conference, which the BJP sees is the bigger the competitor as far as these elections are concerned. Now, in Kashmir, the election process for the second phase has started. Polling is slowly picking up in various locations. Now, we know after the first phase, there was a hope that the second and third would be even bigger as far as voter turnout is concerned. Traditionally, Budgam and Ganderbal have been good voter turnout zones. Even in boycotts and even in worse situations, there has been good voter turnout. Now, behind me, I'll tell Tariq to show you. Slowly, the voting is picking up. We're getting visuals from various locations where people have now started to come out. This is early time. It's 7:30, 7:15, 7:30. By 9, we've been told that the voting person or the voter turnout, more and more people will come out. Now, hot seat as far as this phase is concerned is Ganderbal, where the Chief Minister, face of National Conference Vice President Umar Abdullah, is contesting, and not only from Ganderbal, but he's also contesting from Budgam, proper Budgam as far as Budgam district is concerned. Now, obviously people, there are various issues that are bringing people out. Now, this time around, it's been a very peaceful build-up, which is a departure from the previous elections where there used to be a lot of violence, where marred violence, gun violence, stone pelting, etc. And that was fear factor that was generated to ensure low participation. But this time around, even the votaries of boycott like the Jamaat-e-Islami are firmly in the election fray and they're fighting from various seats. So obviously it's a very good atmosphere for a democratic process, and that's something that the people of Kashmir are seeing after ages. As you can see, security obviously will still remain a priority as far as Kashmir is concerned, though it is being peaceful without threats, but Kashmir being Kashmir, there is absolutely no scope for complacency. So security is pretty tight. There are 900 companies of paramilitary that are helping the local police to ensure that the election day is going to go on peacefully. But another dimension to today is the visit of around 16 diplomats from various foreign embassies, including US, Russia and European Union, will be here any moment from now, and they will go to various polling stations and see the democratic process and participation of people. Though already controversy over it, as NC and PDP are calling it or targeting the BJP government for saying on one hand that's an integral part, it's an internal matter, and then bringing in foreign diplomats, which obviously internationalizes the issue. So that politics or that issue will see snowball through the day. But as far as elections are concerned, big voter turnout expected, and already people now.
Right, Mir, my colleague Mir Farid, who's standing right at a polling station, showing us the long queues, people eagerly waiting to vote, and we did see a large turnout in phase 1. 61% voting took place in Jammu and Kashmir in phase 1. Now, the Congress party has made many promises, and their promises are revolving around restoring Jammu and Kashmir's special status. They also came out in their manifesto with a slew of welfare measures. Listen in to the Congress and the promises they have made to the people of Jammu and Kashmir.
पहले जो आपकी सरकार डिसीजन लेती थी, आपके हित में जो डिसीजन लेती थी, आपके भविष्य को सोचकर जो डिसीजन लेती थी, आज बाहर के लोग निर्णय लेते हैं। आपकी सरकार को चलाने में आपकी आवाज ही नहीं। आपकी सरकार दिल्ली से चलती है, ऑर्डर दिल्ली से आता है। हम चाहते हैं कि आपकी सरकार जम्मू और कश्मीर से चले। हम चाहते थे कि चुनाव से पहले ये हो जाए। हमारी सोच थी कि चुनाव होने से पहले आपको स्टेटहुड मिल जाना चाहिए था, मगर इन्होंने नहीं किया। चुनाव के बाद हम पूरा दबाव डालेंगे कि स्टेटहुड आपको मिल जाए। ये जो विचारधारा की लड़ाई है, एक तरफ नफरत फैलाने वाले लोग हैं और दूसरी तरफ मोहब्बत की दुकान खोलने वाले लोग हैं। कन्याकुमारी से कश्मीर तक हम चले, उसके बाद मणिपुर से महाराष्ट्र चले, और एक ही मैसेज था कि नफरत से किसी को फायदा नहीं होता है। नफरत के बाजार में हर स्टेट में हमने मोहब्बत की दुकान खोली। और आपने देखा होगा, जो पहले नरेंद्र मोदी थे, 56 इंच की छाती वाले, आपको उनका चेहरा दूर से दिखाई देता है। मैं तो पार्लियामेंट में उनके बिल्कुल सामने खड़ा रहता हूं, तो साफ दिखता है कि वो जो पहले नरेंद्र मोदी थे, वो आज नरेंद्र मोदी नहीं बचा है।